Alright, so welcome back to another Matt Goes Mountain Biking on Mountain Bike Trails. I thought I'd do a post-ride commentary over the whole thing. I'm still experimenting with different ways of presenting biking videos on this channel, and this seems to be a way that's preferred by a lot of viewers where I just talk over the footage. I've tried another version where I try and commentate whilst I'm riding, but because I'm not very good at mountain biking...
Oh, it's so clean.
Oh, speak too soon. That was a great piece of insight right there. But yeah, because I'm not the best at mountain biking, I'm usually concentrating too hard to provide any sort of meaningful commentary throughout the journey. So here we are, once again trying a slightly different formula. I hope it works well for you guys. This was one of my first outings after a recent series of big storms in the Devon area. So there were a lot of trees fallen on the paths. Few trails have had to change up a little bit due to blockages. And speak of the subject matter, there was a tree I had to pass under just there that had fallen across part of the fire road.
So the first trail we'll do is it's called Mainline.
Oh,
I've put it on this channel before, so
I have.
Maybe you guys are familiar with it. Anyway, let's just do it. So
cool.
Seat post down.
Yep. Good idea. It's weird. It's like I'm having a conversation with myself at this point. Okay, here we go. So I like Mainline.
Pockets are zipped up. Yep.
It's not the fastest trail, especially now where it's really wet and slippy, so you can't really go, well, at least I can't go that fast on this part. Well, I'm picking up a fair old pace here, but it starts to get quite boggy in just a second, so you can't go too fast. But really, the top part of Mainline, which is this part here, it's not a particularly difficult trail. There aren't really any obstacles on the single track itself. There's no like big drops or jumps, and it's just a really nice warm-up trail, really. So that's why I quite like starting off with Mainline. And it's also the first trail after doing the initial big climb up to the woods, and at that point I can't be bothered to go any further. So it's the best of a lot of worlds, really, as Mainline.
God, it's really slippy.
It was. I was running quite low PSI in my tyres. I think I was running about between 25 and 30 PSI, and I've got tubeless tyres now. So this is the second time I've gone out riding with tubeless tyres, and yeah, hopefully they work well. I've never actually had a puncture mountain biking, to be fair, ironically, but hopefully I never will. So that's kind of like, I think I was torn between going left and right there, and then I didn't make a decision quick enough, and then hit my leg on that little stump. But this is the part of Mainline where I never really know where I'm going, because it just sort of diverges into about 10 million different trails. So I went onto the fire road at this point because the main trail for Mainline is currently blocked by a fallen tree. But there is a new trail right here. You can kind of go to the left of this, again, a new fallen tree, and there's a little bit of single track here. I don't know if it was here before. I personally never noticed it, but I guess now it's been made a bit more evident because of the fact that there's that big tree there. I don't know. And then I started off going all right, and then I wasn't really sure where to go. The trails here, this part doesn't even have like an official trail name because there's so many trails. The general consensus is just go anywhere you want because there are trails everywhere. Basically just get to the bottom of the hill. Now, I think...
Now I don't really know where I'm going.
There we go. I was about to say, I think I'm going, but I had no idea. And then past Matt also opined on that subject with a similar stance. I think this might have been the wrong way, though. Looking back, it looked like the trail was definitely banking more to the left there, wasn't it? But in my mind, you know, YOLO, live in the moment, I chose to go this way. And now I'm choosing to go... Oh.
I thought it was that way. Oops.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I didn't just go left there. I think I could... I mean, the GoPro can only really see so much. In the moment, I obviously had a much greater field of view. I'm sure I had my reasons for going that way. And then that drop is actually a lot steeper than it looks. So I went this way instead. Like I say, I'm not like a pro mountain biker. GMBN, Seth's Bikes, sorry, Burn Peak, this ain't. You know, We're just doing... Normally I go on the roads and...
Yeah, I've still got no idea where I'm going on that trail.
Yeah, well said. You know, normally I do road biking, so today I really am doing something a little bit different, even though it is kind of the same. Wasn't that a funny joke that I've made all the time, but it's just not funny,
Okay, so
is it?
this was the trailhead I tried last time. This is the original one, but it's now blocked by a fallen tree and there's a new trailhead. Thank you, YouTuber The Hardtail Rider, for telling me about that.
Yeah, good channel, good channel.
Okay,
So this trail is called the Vasinator. Before I did it, sort of when I did it here, I'd only done it once, but I really, really enjoyed it, so I was quite looking forward to doing it again. There was a hiker and his dog at this point of the trail, so I had to sort of pooter along quite slowly to get past.
Cheers.
I don't know, he didn't seem that happy that I was there, but oh well. Let's continue. Yeah, I know, sometimes it's nice just listening to the sounds of the trail. Do you guys want me to shut up when I'm going down the trails, or do you want me to just carry on talking? I don't really know what the best balance to strike is. Let me know, again. Feedback, this is very much a work in progress, these bike videos, even though I've done quite a few of them now, so I always appreciate the feedback. But yeah, I really like Vasinator. It's a very long trail, but it's also quite flowy at the same time. So it feels like you're really going on a little adventure through the woods, whilst also, you know, doing some classic, quintessential mountain bike single track, you know, flowing through berms and stuff like that. Yeah, it was very boggy. Oh. Yeah, my brake's definitely starting to bear the brunt of all that water I've had to wade through during this trail. A bit of a disaster. I was going quite slowly here because I wasn't sure what the status of this part of the trail was with fallen trees, so I've never done this part before. And I was right to be cautious because it was all blocked by this fallen tree here.
Ah.
Yes, indeed. Well said. I think I might just leave you with a past mat to carry it for now.
I guess I can't go any further. Can I get round?
Yeah, I tried Bear Grylsing it to see if there was a way to get around the base of the tree in case any other bikers had sort of forged a path through here, but there wasn't. It seems like I'm pressing on anyway. You know, always lean your bike over, derail your side up, guys.
Yeah, no, that's impassable.
Yeah, impassable indeed. So my bike's so muddy. Great. I'm glad I left this part in the edit so I can commentate over this. We'll just crossfade up to the top. And at this point I was feeling pretty you know, I was feeling very adventurous. I tried going down a different trail. Hadn't ended that well, but I was, you know, being adventurous regardless. We'd done Vasinator, which I've only done once before, and I thought, you know what? And I explored that new bit of Mainline as well, which I'd never done before. So I was like, I'm going to try Slates. Now, Slates is a trail that I tried very early on in my mountain biking adventures, and it's very steep, and it's not really a beginner trail. But I thought, you know what? I've got a new bike now, or newish bike now. I'm a little bit more experienced. Let's try Slates again, see if I'm any good at it. And this is it. It's admittedly not too bad here, but there's a bit where it gets really steep.
Oh, that's a bit steep, isn't it?
Yeah, it's this spot. So I was going quite slowly because I wasn't really sure where the trail goes. I didn't want to just bomb down only to then be greeted by some fallen branch or something.
Because I'm going to attempt this drop today.
And I thought that was kind of it, actually, but then there's another really steep drop. Which I'll get to once I've finished struggling up this perilous climb. Yeah, so this is the drop here on the left. Well, it's not really a drop, it's more of a steep hill. And I've never actually... It really doesn't look that steep on the GoPro, unfortunately, but I've never done anything... I've never done anything that steep before. At least not that steep, like, sustained-wise. Like, that was a very long hill. So I decided to go really slowly, and I ended up skidding out and falling over. So I decided not to push myself.
Oops.
Yep, oops indeed. You know, I don't want to...
Okay.
I was cycling on my own. Maybe if I had a friend with me, I might have attempted it, but because I'm on my own in the middle of the woods, if I hurt myself, I've got no real way of getting someone to get help. I didn't really want to hurt myself either.
Didn't think it was going to drop.
So I decided to leave it for there, and maybe I'll revisit that trail at some point once I've got a little bit more experience under my belt. So we're going back to the top of the fire roads again. On the right is the beginning of Mainline. The next trail we're going to do is Frank Tankini, which is a trail I've done on this channel before. Probably one of my favourites. It's probably a toss-up between Frank Tankini and Vasinator at this point about which is my favourite trail. But I do like a good Frank Tankini, so we'll just go ahead and crossfade to doing that.
Shit. Didn't quite thread the needle.
So yeah, that was the Frank Tankini trail. A bit of a steep uphill towards the end, but one of the reasons I quite like Frank Tankini. Well, it is just a nice thing about Frank Tankini is that the fire road back up to the top isn't as long or as tall. What's the word? High. The elevation change is not as great as the other trails, so that's quite nice. Now I'm going to dive into this one. This is Blair Witch, which is a bit it's a bit like Vasinator in the sense that it's just a bit more of an explory trail, not as quick or as flowy. It's basically like a little trail through the woods. So I like to take it nice and slow, just relax, soak in the ambience, and yeah, so I don't tend to shred it down this one. And there's quite a lot of obstacles in the trail, like little stumps, so you can't really go that fast, at least if you're as unskilled as I am.
Not racing down this one, I like just taking this trail a little bit slow.
Yeah, I said that already.
Soak in the forest.
It's okay, I said that already.
God, it's so slippy.
There's this little segment here where it sort of joins, not a fire road, but like a double track. Just a walking path. It's a Segway path, actually. It's an outdoor Segway centre around these parts, and that's one of the paths there, I think. But yeah, this trail is really fun to do at night. I've done one video at night on this channel, yeah, I'm going out again at some point an evening this week. It won't be as dark as it was the last time I went out at night because we're no longer in the darkest of winter months, so there's still going to be a little bit of ambient light, but I'll still probably need my exposure floodlights just to keep things so I can see things basically. And yeah, this trail's pretty cool at night because it's a bit scary and yeah, you just feel like you're sort of traversing the unknown a little bit more than it feels like you are during the day. But yeah, if you guys want to see more nighttime videos, then let me know. I feel like night riding is more fun in person because you can still see things, whereas the camera, it can't really pick up anything outside the beam of the floodlight. So I don't know if they really make for great YouTube videos, but you guys will be a better judge than me. I've obviously got a biased opinion because it's my video, right? I have a slightly different connection with the footage than you guys would, so yeah, let me know What are you guys think? I think you can start seeing debris forming on the trail. And yeah, there was once again a fallen tree.
Path is blocked.
Yeah, the path is indeed blocked past Matt. So I had to go on a little adventure here.
Should have been exploring.
There you go, exploring.
Find a way around.
This is one reason why maybe I might not do this trail in the dark for a little while, because I'm not really sure where to go at this fallen tree. I did then spot a trail.
Oh, there's a trail there.
There it is.
Maybe that's it.
So I feel like this was pretty easy to spot. And there was probably a fork earlier on the trail where I could have banked right instead of left, or vice versa, and would have been on this path rather than the one I was on. But I don't really know. If you guys can put a time code down below to where you think that trail might have appeared from, then yeah, that might be helpful for me. It would definitely have been after the little fire road, not fire road, the Segway track. It would be after that, I would have thought. There we are, on to the final segment, which is the steepest part of Blair Witch, but even then it's still not especially steep. Oh no! Well, hope you guys enjoy the black spot that's now on the camera lens. I'm pretty sure I noticed it at some point before the trail ended. I don't know though. Kind of cool in a way, because you can see how the GoPro's stabilizing the image. If there is one positive part to having that bit of mud there. I guess I didn't notice before the trail ended, because that's the end of the trail there. Anyway, as you can see, I did then eventually wipe.
Okay, this is going to be the last trail.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say that past Matt before you rudely said it for me. But yes, the sun was setting.
So I want to get back before it gets too dark, so I can wash my bike and stuff.
Again, I was about to say
Let's
that. Sun was setting, so I thought we'll do one more trail, then head home. And this is fittingly called Homerun, this trail here, because it basically goes towards the car park, effectively. It goes back to the path that goes towards the car park. And yeah, I really like Homerun. It's always a nice trail to finish on because it's really fun. It is one of the better trails. And yeah, it's just sort of, it makes the whole trip to the woods end on a positive note.
Yeah, there's a lot of debris.
Yes, there's a new obstacle here from this fallen tree.
new little drop.
More of a log roll, to be fair. It's hard, like I said, it's hard for me to spontaneously commentate in the moment because I'm so busy trying to not slip and die, you know? I love this bit. This is like where the trail really picks up some speed. Not that I'm going particularly fast. I think it was very, very slippy. Even though I've got massive, chonky tyres, they still struggle to find grip in this mud.
Oh, sorry guys. Let's clean you up.
Oh, that was nice of you.
Okay.
I feel like that's just made things much worse. Sorry. I thought there was mud on the lens. Oh, whatever. That's where it does kind of get a little bit sketchy, but it's fine. And that's it. That's the end of the Cann Woods mountain bike trails. This is the little pathway out of the woods, and we always joke that this is like, well, me and my one friend that I go mountain biking with always joke that this is the hardest trail of them all because it's just a bit slippy and it's, I don't know, harder than it looks, and there's that big drop off on the left. I don't think I'll ever actually fall off, but it just feels like a little bit sketchy compared to some of the trails.
Oh, it was so clean.